Welcome to the Luv-A-Lution show. We are a conscious family radio talk show, speaking truth, love, and freedom for all. Know thyself to love thyself. In this show, we'll be discussing topics such as how to free your mind control, higher conscious levels, self-love and self-mastery, natural law, conscious parenting, social engineering, and off-gridding, along with much, much more. And now, the sacred feminine and sacred masculine, dynamic twin flame, Luv-A-Lutionary hosts, Amy and John Paul. Enjoy the show. Yo, 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 welcome. You're tuned in the Luv-A-Lution show on Revolution.radio. Hope you're having a great Tuesday night. My name is John Paul. My soulmate, twin flame, Amy here.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Luv-A-Lution show.
Yes, and then today is April 22nd, Earth Day. Every day is Earth Day, folks. We gotta love Mother Earth, our true mother. We're excited to be here for you for the next hour, blasting of truth, love, freedom, and knowing thyself to love thyself. Hope you're on that journey of your own personal evolution. That's why we're doing this, to inspire others. And freeing your mind control. Only you can do it. All right. And help blasting away belief systems, expanding your perceptions, your consciousness, raising your conscious level. That's what the Luv-A-Lution is. All right. It's the individual's choice towards truth. All right. Love, which will lead to freedom. Okay, the care for truth towards that self-respect, self-responsibility, and self-love. Okay, we love things. We love all sorts of things, but we don't love ourselves. We got to start within. All right, going within, doing the inner work, the shadow work, the difficult work that is the individual's Luv-A-Lution. Then collectively, we could have a Luv-A-Lution if enough individuals choose to have their own personal Luv-A-Lution, right? We need that 51% critical mass, And we're excited coming to you live from the Mountain of Truth. We got a cold, misty, rainy, wet, wintry day here in the northeast of Maine, and I'm close to the border of Canada. The easternmost point in the U.S. is where we are, in the woods and the lakes close to the ocean. Hope you're, wherever you are, cozy, warm, or you're nice and cool and comfortable, but not too comfortable, because we talk about comfort being a crutch towards not evolving, but involution, which is the opposite of evolving. We want to encourage evolving, changing, growing, going into the unknown. We're big pushers and supporters of this. Changing, getting out of bad relationships that don't serve you, getting out of bad jobs that don't do it for you. You can't stand your boss, right? Or whatever. Take your power back. That's what we teach in all aspects, financially, emotionally, spiritually, okay, physically, with your health. It starts there. Health is wealth. That saying is so true. Loving yourself to health is also true. You can change your chemistry by changing your thoughts. your internal dialogue with yourself, being kind to yourself, your best friend.
Right. Yeah, those are great points. And then if you have an inner dialogue that's negative, you're going to want to notice, you want to pay attention to that, and then instill positive thoughts over those negative ones when they come in, because that's how you nip that in the butt, and you can change your life with your thoughts, like
Yes.
John Paul was saying.
And this isn't no new age woo-woo baloney where we talk politics and nonsense about spirituality, but we have the ugliness of the dark occultists, Satanists running this amok on this earth. We know, and we whistle blow and expose them, but it's that balance of positive and negative, right? Just like a battery, we've used the example, a battery won't work without both the positive and negative going and flowing, that energy. Okay, so we're the same way. We balance ourselves by knowing the negatives, not shying away from what is the truth, what has occurred, what is occurring, and what will continue to occur if we don't say something, speak up, and whistleblow and expose these big, dark, satanic pedophiles for what they are. Okay.
Right, we can't imagine doing what they do, but they do it, and just because we can't imagine it happening doesn't mean it's not happening.
Absolutely.
Folks. So that we don't want to stay in ignorance and say, "Oh well, I would never do that to some child." So no, these people aren't going to be doing that. No, these aren't just people.
Yes.
They're filth. They're satanic. They're disgusting.
Psychopaths.
And they do things
monsters.
That can't even imagine.
So we know about them and we speak about it, and we don't shy away from where the truth leads us.
But we don't stay there in fear, because we know that our actions can change this world, and each and every one of us with our actions aligning with truth can change this world. Yes. So it doesn't have to stay in their control. We can change it with our behavior.
Absolutely. And just wanted to big shout out to Revolution.radio. Love you guys over there. And freedomslips.com. If you're enjoying the show, enjoying this show or any other show on this great platform, please help to support it. It's the #1 listener supported radio station in the world, 10 plus years running on listener support only. So we appreciate every penny of that support. We don't see it, but it goes to all the production. The hosts all volunteer their own time to do what they're doing, to share their knowledge. So thank you for doing that. And what this show is not is a political show. We don't do current events really, but more on a higher conscious levels of, we don't get into the duality of red, blue, the dialectic, how they want you to choose and divide us in so many facets. We're on a higher plane, a higher conscious level than that, right? Government is slavery, is genocide, is indoctrination, the state, through the state, okay? And we don't do any of it. We don't believe. We know things. We share things we know. We don't piss our beliefs all over the place. And I haven't done any research or inner work. No, beliefs are lies we tell ourselves. And there was Angus. He's woken up. We got Angus and Sebastian, our children. We homeschool. Sorry to get off topic there. We homeschool, unschool. We're starting our own school, and excited. We're meeting more families in the area, and who knows, we might put it online as an online school, right? A modern mystery school teaching the youth and whoever else will listen knowledge of self and our reality, and how to think, not what to think, right?
And also, like John Paul, I just want to add one thing. With our school, we want to also teach things that is important for us to learn to better ourselves, like skills and things like that. I just wanted to mention
skills that help create independent humans and autonomous humans that know right from wrong, natural laws, objective morality. We're going to be teaching.
Right, stewards of the earth, land, people, all animals and creatures that share this planet with us.
Yep, absolutely. Honoring all life forms on this earth. We're all earthlings. By the way, check that movie out, Earthlings. It'll change your life, change your perceptions on how some of our earthling friends are treated here on the earth. It's just atrocious. So, yeah. Anyway, we just want to, we love doing this show. We want to talk to you about some ways to free your mind control today. Ways to freeing your mind control. Well, one of the biggest ways is to eliminate fear from one's perceptions. You know, as much as you can. Fear is a liar. All right. Fear paralyzes us from growth and evolution and your own personal evolution. It'll prevent you from getting started, and it'll prevent you from going all the way on your journey. Those are the two big keys, mistakes people can make on a awakening or some so-called spiritual journey. Not going all the way where the information takes you, and not even starting. So not starting is the biggest thing. And then when we start, we got to go all the way. For us here at the Luv-A-Lution, Amy and I and our children, we want to know all there is to know. We have that curiosity every day. We wake up, we want to know. We want to know more. We want to know what's going on, how we've been bamboozled, how the truth has been pulled over our eyes to hide the reality of things. We want to know. And that's led us down all these rabbit holes that have taught us a lot and smartened us up, helped us to balance ourselves. All right, we're all feminine and masculine energies within each individual, right? Balancing those energies, like the positive and the negative. You got to keep those energies balanced. It's very crucial among the individual. If we're not balanced, we're under that perception deception. We're going to be easily fooled, manipulated, and mind controlled, right? And how do they methods of manipulation is one of the main ones, obfuscation, right? That word is real fancy. That's a $5, $10 word, meaning where it's unable, they have us through the stream of information, they have us unable to differentiate and discern falsities from the truth. That's obfuscation, right? Where we're unable to identify falsehoods and falsities or lies from the truth, what is. Okay, they do it to the youth, with all the influencers and thinking, just very shallow and having the pop stars influence the masses. They've been doing it for years. Poisoning our worldview. That's another method of manipulation. Poisoning our worldview so that we don't know right from wrong. We don't know morals. We don't know the correct behavior in society, right? They play on our primal fears. These are all methods of manipulation. They play on the primal fears. What are the 4 primal fears? Well, they're the fear of chaos, right? Just lawlessness, chaos, anarchy. No, anarchy is actually no rulers. Anarchy would lead us to freedom. No. Okay. So, fear of chaos, which we are in right now, it is a chaotic world. War, starving, harm everywhere, right? Then they have fear of abandonment. Those are another primal fear, fear of being abandoned by mommy, daddy, both. Then they have fear of the darkness and fear of predators, right? That big boogeyman out there in the woods. So they play on our primal fears huge in the movies, television, and we're unaware of this. They get us loving fear and addicted to it like a Coca-Cola. We want it every night. We need it. And that's what the 24-hour bullshit, paid lying newscasters are. Paid liars dressed in nicely. And they are there to obfuscate the truth, to poison our worldview, to prey on those primal fears, right? To divide and conquer us. That's the oldest tactic in the book. They love that, divide and conquer, right? With indoctrination, okay? Indoctrination is to teach a person or a group uncritically, to regurgitate for reward, right? We teach our kids uncritically to accept what is and regurgitate for reward. That's the Nazi and Soviet Russians had the similar school systems. We brought them over here. Rockefellers researched it, outcome-based model, left brain thinking only, right? It's very militaristic. It's like a soft military school, all the schools. They're basically soft military schools without uniforms and guns, but they're very similar. So we beware, we're all indoctrinated. That's not mind control. How were you programmed? And
yeah, we're not saying we're any better than anybody. We're just informing everyone that we're trying to get rid of our mind control.
Yes.
We see the truth. We've learned the truth. And we're trying to share this so we can help our brothers and sisters also see the truth. Because when I was growing up, I felt like something was seriously wrong here. Deeply, I knew that something was wrong. I'm sure you did too. And so it's really good to know, like, we weren't crazy, right? We think we're crazy, but really it's the world, you guys. It's the world that's crazy because it's inverted. So
yes.
You're not crazy.
Yes, the world is the matrix that has been pulled over your eyes to that virtual simulated dream world that's been pulled over your eyes. It's kind of paraphrasing the Matrix quote in the movie. That's to blind you so you'll never know what's going on, never know yourself. And,
get out to Mother Earth.
Yes.
Get your shoes off. That will help you get to know yourself.
The earth is real, but the Matrix, the world, the garbage on television, the stream of garbage information is not real. It is illusory. And we need to realize how our reality works. We don't realize it. Everything's information, and we are receiving all the information through our five senses, what we were taught, right? Like computers, we've been programmed. So important, those first 7-8 years, the formative years, like a computer, putting in the format, right? The hard drive, and that's going to be so important. That's why parenting is so important. Conscious parenting, even more so. We are conscious parents. We don't bring our kids to the medical system or the indoctrination state school systems. We say no to all that. And knowing why we do that is very important, because they try to do all these things I've talked about, obfuscate, poison our worldview, just to accept and be docile slaves. That's what school does. It dims the child's light. Sorry, go ahead.
It creates statists because, we've been through the system and we had to salute the flag. We became good order followers for the machine, for the system.
Yes.
They don't teach you to question what's going on. They don't teach you to question what you're reading. We're going to teach our students to question everything. We have nothing to hide. We're on this journey with them as well, and we question everything. We need to teach children to question and teach them how to think, not what to think. It's very important, and it's very different. It's very different.
Yes, absolutely. We don't want to create just left brain thinkers only, right? We want a balanced individual. We're going to teach care, compassion, connecting both hemispheres and igniting that limbic system within each individual and their neocortex,
right?
Higher conscious levels.
And every child is different. Every child's needs are different when it comes to learning. So we will make sure that each individual gets exactly the teaching they need. You know, they're going to get that teaching that they need, or, you know, the situation that they do best in.
Yes.
Public school is a lot of forcing. It's all going to be voluntary, right? It's going to be more children-led learning, passion-led learning.
Yes, absolutely.
So we're excited. We're excited to take the Luv-A-Lution into the community.
And spread it, because it is infectious. It's contagious. That love creates a world. Yeah, there's Angie laughing. That love creates a world, and that unitedness that comes with love. That loving yourself, having loving relationships, truly, right? Questioning everything. Am I having a loving relationship, or am I in this out of convenience or to get stuff, right? So we want people to live their best lives and reach the potential. We have to question things and question our behaviors, look at ourselves objectively. That's an amazing gift we have as humans, and that where the animals do not have. They know instinctually, inherently, but they can't look at their behavior outside of themselves and correct it, better themselves, evolve.
Wow, that was really nicely said.
Oh, thank you.
Great job.
Thank you, love. So, yeah, most people's egos are too large for them to fathom the possibility that they have been fooled. Wow. That is, an amazing truth right there. Most people's egos are too large for them to even fathom the possibility that their perceptions are not true. In fact, our perceptions can align with the truth, but the truth is objective. It is not subjective. Mine, yours, his, hers. It is the truth. You can know it, and you can not know it, or you can ignore it. And that's where ignorance comes. To ignore what is. That's ignorance. That's the fundamental basis of ignorance. When we ignore what is taking place, when we ignore the occulted, dark occultists, Satanists running amok with their symbolism everywhere in mainstream, everywhere in movies, everywhere in pop culture. When you study that stuff, folks, symbols, numerology, how it has such a powerful effect. Sigils, they use them in ESPN when they go from scene to scene and here to there. They use them everywhere in between commercials. That your subconscious takes in about 12 or 10 million bits of information a second, where the conscious mind only takes in 40 bits of information. So that television, man, is blasting you and programming you without you even aware of it. You feel great. You kind of are in a trance. We call it that hypnotic trance. You go in within 60 seconds or 30 seconds, right? Your brain waves change. and you're in a very influential state. That's why the evening news, they influence everyone with the evening garbage right now. Everyone's sitting on their couches after a hard work day, and they're not gonna do anything about anything. They have no energy, and that's what slavery does. And schools create the acceptance of slavery while separating the individual soul from their body and their egoic self from their higher self as well. So the damage is on such a huge level. Right when I stopped schooling, which I didn't finish all of college, I went to some. Right when I stopped school, began my unlearning, my real schooling, when I had unlearned all the perceptions and deceptions that were programmed into me. And that's when my real school, the University of Don't Be Stupid, started. That's when that happened. I remember I used to have a bumper sticker. It said that too. The University of Don't Be Stupid. And that's part of pulling the head out of your rear end. You want to know things. You don't want to be a dumbass your whole life, right? And that's no way to go about life. So, and we encourage a higher consciousness. We're conscious beings, all having this human experience, right? Energetic, conscious, frequencies in human form. And we got to share with our brothers and sisters that love creates a world they can't control. And love and unity creates a world they can't control. And a Luv-A-Lution will definitely create a world they can't control if enough people consciously choose their personal Luv-A-Lution.
Right, and think about how it makes you feel when you talk to some new person or you meet some person on the streets or at the library. It feels so good. So we as a human race need to remember it feels good to connect to people, and this world could be so amazing if we all just put our egos aside and just really, good to have relationships with everybody. We can come together. They have us separated in our own little coop. Yeah. And we're just all separated in our coop. We watch the television. We're getting programmed to the same program. Like chickens. But we're separate. We don't talk about things that much. We argue, and people, have their worldview perceptions that might not even be true. And they got us divided, like John Paul said.
Through the bullshit political correctness campaign. Don't say anything about religion or politics in public. That way we can't talk it out like adults and speak about it. And that silence creates consent. And that silence creates docile, obedient slaves that we don't condone. So we will not be silent. When we know things, we share it, and we don't care about others' ignorance. That's their responsibility. We got to speak the truth, speak what you know, and and do the research, folks. Don't listen to us and think we know everything. We don't think we do, and neither should you. You can't know everything in 10 lifetimes. But you can know as you can want to know, and that's where it starts, your personal evolution. Wanting to know, wanting to get better and learn, right? Life never stops teaching lessons. So never think your lesson learning is over. No matter how old you are, 99, and you think you know everything. No, you don't. All right. And it's always teaching lessons here in this school of life on this earth. You are life, right? You're not having a life. You are life. Trillions of beautiful cells all mashed together. And you're the God of those cells. Whatever you tell them, they will respond to. And yeah, big shout out to our boy Dan there in Cleveland. We love you, Dan. And yeah, Uncle Dan. Angus is looking.
Dan is on every Thursday.
Yeah, Dan has his own show. He'll be back very soon. He took a quick hiatus there, and his show is Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. in Studio A. His amazing experience, written 2 books, died twice, an incredible individual. We love him. A credible, not incredible, right? Incredible means not credible. We use that word wrongly, incorrectly, wrongly. So anyway, words, folks. You got to know words to communicate in this world, and they're chopping up our language like crazy. The kids don't even know words; they just know TTYL. Talk to you later. Those dumb acronyms.
We're gonna have old dictionaries in our classroom, and when we come up to a word we don't know it, we're gonna go get the dictionary, and we're gonna learn what words mean. Every time we don't know. So we're excited to be here, folks. We hope you're on your Luv-A-Lution journey. We hope you're loving yourself, being kind to yourself, rooting for yourself, and truly getting to know yourself. Knowing thyself, you shall know the universe, you guys. Everything is within. All the answers are inside you. We look outside for all the answers. We look outside for all the information when really it's all within you. We've all been programmed to think it's not. Everything is right there. So get back to yourself, beautiful spirit, as much as you can. So important to know how you tick and know what you want in life and what you don't want. Very, very important. Yes, Angus. Yes.
That's our sweetie Angus. He's 1.5 almost. Yeah. And he just loves life. He loves music. He loves birds. And he loves nature, too. Yeah. By the way, birds of the day, we're going to go with the herring gull today. The herring gull, one of my favorites. Okay, I love seagulls. I studied them for 5 years. Basically observed them for 5 years on a lobster boat. Had 2 personal friends made seagulls. They'd come back, these 2 seagulls, every year. Every summer they would come back. We'd feed them right off the boat. And love the herring gull. Very amazing creatures. They can swim. Oh, excuse me, they're not swimmers. They float on the ocean surface, and they're smart. They can eat McDonald's, or they can eat in the dump, or they go out and eat off the carrion off the fishing boats and whatnot. Anyway, amazing book I recommend. Jonathan Livingston Seagull, about seagulls, and teach you a lot about yourself and consciousness. And gulls weren't designed just to fly to go get food. This is it's about one gull who questions everything and realizes he's much more than a seagull. But just having that seagull experience, he gets to fly free.
And yeah, he talks about how everyone likes to go fishing, but he enjoyed actually flying. He enjoyed the flight. He enjoyed the day and going on adventures.
Yeah.
We were talking about today how people just go on their day and just, do like animal-like behaviors, right? So they're tidying their little house just like an animal, like a bird would tidy its nest. And so we don't think much higher than just our survival. So the Luv-A-Lution is thinking out of the box. It's thinking higher than just their survival. And we challenge you today to think out of the box. Think, yes, I'm here. Think more than just survival. Let's thrive, folks. Let's thrive.
Absolutely.
Because we're here to thrive. We're not here just to survive and scrape by and just, keep that going. So, it's
No,
really...
well said, yes.
I got you. I got you.
Oh, there's Mommy.
I got you.
Such an amazing, conscious mother. One of the most amazing parents I've ever witnessed and been a part of. Amy, wow. She's there for her children, and it is a beautiful thing to know her and be connected with her. My soulmate, dream partner, and I love you so much, honey.
I love you.
And
we love all you
because I love myself. I've done the inner work. I can say I love you all out there listening because I love myself. I've been through a lot of adversity, a lot of trials and tribulations, and a lot of experience in my my short time here, 46 years. And
I just wanted to say, when I met John Paul, he told me he loved me, a few days after I met him, and I was looking up online, oh my gosh, this guy said I love you. I thought it was so weird, but it's not weird when you love yourself, because you love everyone and everything. So we really do love you, and we want the best for you. We care about you, and we're rooting for you.
Yeah, love is the only truth here in this 3 dimension that connects us. All right, we're here to experience that love from within, right? When we look in the mirror, loving ourselves, being okay with the way our hair is, or the way our nose looks, or our ears, or whatever. We have imperfections, but we still can love that about ourselves.
Right.
And
plastic surgery, once we do that, we're saying, I don't love you until.
Yeah.
I don't love you, self, until you have those lips I desire.
Yes, it's very, plastic surgery, I mean, it's the ultimate. You have your head up your ass if you're getting that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. Sorry, folks, but people who get plastic surgery don't know themselves from a hole in the wall. And we, Anyway, what else were we talking about? So we got to, love is the only truth here in the 3rd dimension. Everything else is illusion, ego. All right.
What is that?
We need to learn the truth, and it's going within. We got to go within, or we go without in our relationships. We go without in our family friendships and in our work relationships, right? We're very shallow surface society, and we've gone deep. We love going deep. We're seriously deep individuals. We're not shallow like driveway puddles. All right. We want to talk about all that's going on out there on the earth and on other planets. We want to know. We know we're interconnected energy having this human experience. We're all interconnected energy, frequency, consciousness, having human experiences subjectively over there on this earth.
Right? We know we've been to other planets before. We know that we have parallel lives. We know that we have past lives. There's many, many layers to us as humans. There's many different places that we've been. We've been traveling for millions of years all over the universe. So when we come here, we forget about all these things. And so the Luv-A-Lution is really unraveling those things, discovering those things again. It's like a love story with yourself. And you keep coming back to these layers that you didn't even know existed. So it's amazing how many layers we have as people.
Yes, well said, honey. And yes, we believe lies that we tell ourselves. And that's why we get depressed, anxious, sad, lonely, because we bought the BS beliefs of I am this, I am little me. We've bought the belief of this small image of ourselves. We are the imagination of ourselves. So why don't we imagine ourselves doing great things? Well, the school system indoctrinates us to think small. No, you're nothing. You're just an obedient slave. Sit down, be quiet. And that's where the dimming of our light, right? The soul separation and the acceptance that slavery is okay. No, it's not. Right? When we
Right, we accept our conditions because we don't understand that this isn't the way it's supposed to be. So we accept the immorality, we accept the systems, we accept the indoctrination, because we don't imagine anything better either, you guys. Our imagination is squashed, especially as adults. Our imagination is squashed. Can you just help Angus for a second? Our imagination is squashed, so then we can't imagine a better world for our children, for ourselves. And so it's really important to be able to picture what you want in life. Picture it in your mind's eye. Picture it in your head. Picture yourself doing these things that you long to do. Trust that you can do anything if you put your mind to it, right? Focus on these things, and by taking action, you can achieve greatness. So imagine, like John Paul said, imagine big for yourself and train those eyes, right? Your eyes can go all over the place. You scroll on Facebook, scroll on Instagram, just scroll. So we got to control those eyes. We got to control them to see our success, see where we want to go. It's very, very important. I'm controlling my eyes every day and controlling what I take in the eye, because that's very important. Very, very important. So what are you picturing for yourself? Picture big, imagine big, picture great things for yourself, and take action every day. If you think of it and you want to do something, do it. Don't wait till tomorrow or next week, because you'll never get to it. So when you think of something you want to do it now, and just keep taking those steps. That is the Luv-A-Lution, folks. Loving thyself is taking action, is manifesting and imagining big. Not small, big.
Yeah, changing our that poverty mindset we've all been programmed with in our system to that abundant mindset, starting with the mentation, the mentality. That's where it starts, right? We know the natural laws, hermetic principles. First most important law, mentalism. All is mind, and we got to know that, right? The all is mind, the universe is mental. Thoughts, right, lead to the manifestation of things and events. Thoughts create the state of existence and the quality of our experience here on earth. Therefore, be responsible for everything you create by being responsible for everything you think. Thoughts create things. Thought processes drive our behavior. Thoughts and emotions must change, or beliefs will drive the behavior as we have been programmed. Right? That's an amazing truth about mentalism. It all starts there. My point back to starting with the thoughts, thinking abundant of yourself, thinking I can do anything if I put my mind and body and heart in it. Right? Think it, feel it, do it. That's what we always say. It's so powerful. You can change your health with just your thoughts.
Right.
You can cure cancer with just your thoughts.
Yeah.
You tell yourself, I'm healthy, wealthy, and wise. And you can change your whole life with your thoughts. You change your thoughts, you change your life.
If you stick to it and reprogram yourself, if you reprogram yourself with great thoughts and empowering thoughts, you will see your life change drastically. You'll feel better. You'll look better. You're gonna have more energy. So keep rooting for yourself.
Absolutely.
You got this.
Health is so important, folks. We always resort back to what is going in your body. What's your health like? How are your bowels? That's very important. All right. Yeah, we're adults. We can talk about poop. It's real important. Hopefully, you're pooping regularly. And why is it so taboo to talk shit? Okay, we got to talk about our shit. That's where our health is every day. You can check your health. How's your stools looking? Your bowels, your shit. All right. So we're not too arrogant to know our shit stinks. Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, it's called waste for a reason. It's not going to smell like cupcakes and be, ready to eat or something. This is waste. It's going to smell like shit, you guys. We're no better than each other. We all shit. We all bleed red, you guys. We gotta remember, who we are.
You are what you eat, right? Know that dairy is very binding, and it's going to clog you up. It's going to clog up your intestines, clog up the plumbing. And also, studies show Wi-Fi, a body full of dairy is more absorbent to the Wi-Fi frequencies, 4, 5G, and all the other harmful millimeter and microwaves they're blasting out there onto us. Right? They did that in Nazi Germany in the camps, and who knows what they're blasting off the cell phone towers, the frequencies to change our thought patterns, interfere with our brainwave patterns. So we're bouncing all around today, talking about all sorts of stuff, but we love talking all sorts of truth. There's so much truth out there. Methods of manipulation, right? Control of the mass media. Just going to go over some of the last methods of manipulation, right? They control the mass media. They pump out baloney BS through the pretty people in the press, thinking that's the truth. No, it's not. Right. Also, food and medicine are very important. They're genetically modifying us through our food and medicine. And it ain't medicine, it's poison, all of it. Almost all of it has started from Rockefeller and Standard Oil. They had so many byproducts. The polyurethane, the hydrofluorosilicic acid they put into the water. They made all these horrible pills that they taught us we needed. No, they're destroying our liver, right? They keep us, too, in the illusion of time, thinking time is real. No, there is no such thing. We're all connected in time and space, right? And everything is happening in the now simultaneously. Okay, you call a friend halfway around the world, and it's a different daytime there, nighttime, whatever. But you're talking on the phone, you ask them a question, you don't have to wait 6-10 hours for the difference. No, you ask, and you talking in the now simultaneously. So everything is happening in the now, subjectively to every individual, and that's powerful, right? So that's a Saturn manipulation of Chronos, the Lord, the God of time. Chronos, from chronological comes that word, chronological order, meaning beginning, middle, and end, which they want us to think linear. Like movies are beginning, middle, and end, and shows are that to confirm that linear illusion of time. Yep. So beware, folks. Beware. They got manipulations everywhere. All right. Religion, the super huge manipulator. The symbolisms we talked about, many subversive and subconscious symbols everywhere. Saturn symbols, like the target symbol, and for instance, this Nike swoosh is a Saturn symbols, and yeah, these dark occultists are dark sorcerists using chaos sorcery to create this division, this mess, right? So this is a higher conscious level type awareness that can see through these types of things. Now, it takes time as you get more and more aware and question everything that you've been told, your belief systems, right? Beliefs are just when we be lying to ourselves, the first 5 letters. I always reiterate that. Be lying, belief are the lies that we are comfortable with. So that's very important to stop lying to yourself first and foremost. On a conscious Luv-A-Lutionary journey, we got to stop lying to ourselves first and foremost. That is a huge occult initiation process, a barrier towards your higher self. We get comfortable in lies and lies that we imagine who we are. Right? We're not Frank or Sue that works down, at the local gas station or whatever. We're not our jobs. We're not our cars. We're not our things. We use things. We love people, plants, animals, right? Not the other way around. We've been taught all the other way around. We've been taught to love things and use people to get more things, and then get big houses to put all our things in. And that makes a great person. The more things you got, the more important and special you are. No. The more consciousness you have. Okay? And how do you treat people? How do you treat the stranger at the store or a stranger on the street? All right? We got to connect with our fellow brother and sisters out there. That's what we're doing this for. That's why we're doing this. Okay? So, that's why we're doing this, folks. To unite, folks, in love, in truth, for freedom. And that's why we're doing it. Because we care not just about our kids, but of all the children on this earth and adult children on this earth. That's why we're doing it. The adult children. And there's a lot of them. The people that have not even started their journeys, not even started their evolutions. Those, right? The unbegun. That's why we're doing it. We're doing it to teach people, to be examples of how not to lead our kids right to the slaughterhouse. Right? Not to just indoctrinate them right into the shitstorm that's going to spit them out as dumb slaves. No. We are not going to do that. We refuse. And, yeah. It's 555, and we're thriving. And we're excited. 555. All right. Numerology, folks. Do the research. It's real. Numbers have power. They're information. They're wave forms. And they have a lot of power when we know the knowledge and how to read them. Right? Look into numerology, astrology. They want to make that the taboo science, but it's more real than you know. Because we're all connected. Everything's connected. Intergalactic, planetary, the trees, the leaves, birds and the bees, and you and me. And, yeah, that about takes us right down to the last minute. We love doing this show for you guys. And, yeah, know thyself to love thyself.
Oh, help the turtles.
Help the turtles. Watch out for turtles on the road, everyone. Remember, if they're pointed in a direction and you can pick it up, move it off the road in that direction it's facing. That's the way it wants to go.
Right.
The road's gotten in the way. and they have a built-in GPS.
Right, and do not grab their tails. It's an extension of their backbone, and you could break their back. So you just put your hands behind their shell, or pick them up underneath, and then carry them safely to the other side.
Down.
Awesome.
That's a great fact. Also, honk at wildlife. Any wildlife in the road, honk at it. It will move. Honk as loud as you can so you don't hit it and harm yourself or it or your car or whatever, or the people in your car. Honk at wildlife, folks. And turtles, obviously, you got to help them because they're a little slow. And they get smashed all over the road on this time of year and all the warm places. We love everything. Turtles, people, trees, birds. We love you guys. Thanks for listening. Big Luv-A-Lution. Know thyself to love thyself. Pull thy head out of thy rear end. Only you can do it.
All right, join us next week, 5 to 6 p.m. Much love, guys. Have a good night.
We love you. Peace. Luv-A-Lution.
Thank you for listening to Revolution Radio.